Money work, el mundo quiere dinero. Money work, se arregla con dinero. Money work, si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar.
All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look here, gang. I'm Marty Mongiello, and here to help you today by going to Rotary.org. And if you were to do that, this is where you'll manage your profile and database across the world. So, this is how we connect with 1.4 million members. And what you would do is just go up here to the top where it says My Rotary. And if this is your first time, you're going to use your password and, your login. So, you would need to register and just click on register, and you would, go on ahead and, put your name in here and your email and register to go in. Okay. So not hard to do and pretty simple. All right. I actually did this before I was in the Rotary database. I built my profile. Okay. So I know it's kind of crazy, but let's say you already have a sign in. You could go to sign in. Okay. And it's going to know who you are. So go on ahead, log in, use your password. If you need help signing in and you forgot your password, you can do that. Also, don't forget, you can always call Rotary. They have the best customer service in the world. You can call them on the phone, and they typically answer within the third ring, and they're going to assist you immediately. So they are just unbelievable when you call there. Up here in the top right, you've got your donations that you've made, any account actions, your settings. Okay, this is all super helpful for you. Along the top here, you've got everything about our club, Rotary Club of Global Impact. You've got your resources here and all types of reports that you can do. So awards and recognition and the membership societies. If you want to become a Paul Harris Fellow, you have all that here. Okay. If you scroll down a little bit, this is the big meat of the bones here. You could view your profile, and that's really what we want you to focus on. Make sure you build up your profile. This is like being on LinkedIn, but of course, you are with Rotarians who are very well known, and this is going to allow you to visit other clubs worldwide, give speeches at clubs across the earth, all around. One of our members down in Florida, we identified 100 clubs all around her within a 1 to 1.5 hour drive. We outlined 2 years of speeches that she could give. So build out this profile. Make sure you put your photo in there. Okay, build out this profile as best you can. And if you've got your phone number and email, then guess what happens? You're going to receive contact. It's going to ring. People want to do business with you. And generally, if they're a Rotarian, they're very well to do. Put your address. Make sure your background, that here, when you fill this out, that you really put in here what you're trying to achieve this next year. Okay. If you're switching out of a directorship and you're trying to get a new position as a managerial executive or whatever is going on in your life, we have another member who is currently pushing a film that he made and trying to get traction on it to get picked up and purchased. This is where you want to really focus, your background and about me and what you're doing and the things that you are offering. So, I need to actually update mine. I need to put in here. This is 14 times author and keynote speaker, and it'll show you I've got 7 characters left. So it's very brief. Okay, very brief. All right. Keynote speaker. I am constantly doing keynote speeches. I just picked up another one for $5,000. I'm going to go do that one down in Florida. Okay. Your resume right here. Make sure that you have all of this. Okay. Check it. And anything that you're ever wondering about, definitely call on the phone. Rotary programs, these are pretty specific. This is difficult to add things in here. Programs. Um, don't worry about this too much. Okay, this is going to populate itself after possibly a couple of years. But moving on down, your professional experience. This is huge. Again, this is like LinkedIn. The more effort you put into your Rotary profile with your photo, which we require every member to have a photo and a profile at rotary.org. Okay. So, but the more effort you put in, the better off you're going to do, the more contact you're going to receive. People would, call me, contact me from all over the world. Okay. People ask me, how did you give a speech like in Japan? How did you speak to Rotarians in Tokyo? Marty, why are you on stage in Los Angeles last year giving a speech at the fifth club ever to open in Rotary's world history, LA5? How is this possible? How are you doing? I am putting the time into myself because I expect great results from the mirror every morning. Your areas of expertise. People are going to type this stuff in with search engine optimization. They're going to type this in. Okay. Currently looking for a public relations expert that lives in the Charlotte, North Carolina area of USA. Prefer Rotarian only. They're going to go on to the Rotary database. If they only want to work with Rotarian, they're going to see, oh my gosh, there's 4 or 5. Now, you go onto a lot of these with clubs and you look at them, the people that are there have little to no information whatsoever. Okay. Because Rotary is in a great transition of the old world, 118-year-old organization, and the new world of digitization. Okay. So a lot of people don't know what LinkedIn is, or they'll tell you, "Oh yeah, that's for like getting a job only." It's not, bro. Okay, you couldn't be further from the truth. If that's what you think, with Reid Hoffman when he contacted me in 2004 and asked me to be an early adopter, and I came in as the first 30 million people on LinkedIn. I'm about number 27 million within about a couple of months space to begin and launch LinkedIn. We're now well over a billion people. Okay, there are podcasts, there are videos, there are movies. LinkedIn is way beyond. We have a newsletter on LinkedIn that we do for our club. Our governor was just asking us, said it's interesting to see that there's only 2 clubs out of 60 that have a newsletter on LinkedIn, and how much you guys are growing as the third fastest growing club out of 60 clubs in the second largest banking capital of the United States, Charlotte, North Carolina. If you want to excel in life and your business and professional life, please take the time to build this out, build out your profile. We require you to have a photo and a profile. Please take the time to do this. It's very important. And when you're done, it's simple. You've got the sign out right there. Okay. One other thing I would mention in here is this magnifying glass, the site search, the member search, the club search. Okay. If you want to search up somebody and see the power of a profile, go in here and look for people like in Tokyo, Japan. Okay. Or look for clubs, in Barcelona, Spain. We recently had a member was flying to Barcelona. I helped her for about an hour one day to look at all the clubs, to identify an English speaking club in Barcelona that really had their act together. And you can imagine, what am I looking for? Clubs that have heavy built out profiles with lots of photos and have a very nice, powerful website. When I talk with clubs that say things like, "Oh, we don't have anybody's profile at rotary.org," and we don't have a website. We would never have one of those dumb things. It's like, gosh, how have you guys existed? They were just a bunch of legacy members that met for 60 years, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're a pillar of Rotary, to be honored and respected, but not having a website, not having any profiles at rotary.org, this is what is contributing to stagnation, and why people keep saying that are experts that study us, you guys should already be at 8 or 9 million members. And you continue to sit at about 1.2. If you add 200,000 Rotaractors, you're at about 1.4 million members. So now's the time to propel this forward, propel yourself forward, propel your club forward, okay, and go on ahead and get yourself on there. Just sign out when you're done, and it'll bring you right back here to where you can go into the grant center for grant money. Service projects is in here, the learning center to get your certificates, and the brand center for our logos and things, and membership and foundation reports, and Rotary Club Central is amazing. So that is all about how to go on ahead and get yourself completely hooked up in our database to where you can start to privately interact with other Rotarians and search out jobs, search out opportunities. I don't care if you have a sugar deal out of Eswatini, and we've had people on that their families are some of the richest families in India, doing sugar, and one of them just popped into our group the other day and said, "Hey, I'm looking to do a massive megaton shipment of sugar. My family is one of the legacy members in India, and to ship that to, I think, eventually it's going to go to Africa or South America." So Rotarians want to work with bona fide, excellent Rotarians. Okay, that's why when you're traveling abroad, you're often noticing, like, hey, I'm going to be in Australia. I wanted to pop in and give a speech at one of the country clubs in Queensland, okay, or Brisbane, or wherever you're going, okay, to Sydney. This is how you're going to do it. And when you go on there, if you see, like really strong profiles and very organized clubs and people who all have their photos and fully pumped, fully built out profiles, this is what demonstrates to you that, wow, this is a really serious club. Okay. And you're looking at the other ones and there's nothing. And so this is very important for your career. Okay. Please build this out massively, and just take a couple of minutes. It's not going to be long. This is not like LinkedIn. Okay. So this is just going to be over quickly, but take the time to maximize your profile. And thank you so much. Have a great one.